What's up, YouTube? HBJ here, and I'm coming to you guys with another deck profile for the anniversary deck profile. So this one is coming to you guys from Jose R. This is his variation of Harpies. Uh, so we're just gonna get right into it. For the first setup, we have the monster lineup. We have 3 copies of Harpie Chandler, 3 copies of Harpie Harpist, 3 copies of Harpie Perfumer, 3 copies of Harpie Oracle, 3 copies of Harpie Lady 1, 2 copies of Harpie Queen, and 1 copy of Harpie Lady Sisters. And then the last monster brought out is Spiral Tough. Yeah, Spiral Tough. Uh, excuse me, sorry, I'm a little nasally. Next, for the spells, he's running 3 copies of Hysteric Sign, 3 copies of Harpy's Underground, 2 copies of Sweet Resistance Seduction, 2 copies of Harpy's Feather Roosting, and 1 copy of Harpy of Elegant Egotist. For the traps, 3 copies of Harpy's Weatherstorm, 3 copies of Hysteric Party, 1 copy of the Elegant Harpy Lady, and 1 Silent Warning. For the extra deck, it's the Utopia lineup, Utopia Array, and Utopia the Lightning. 1 copy of Harpy Pet Phantasmal, 1 Ice Beast, 1 number 82, Heartland Draco, 1 Castell, 2 Lightning Chidoris, 1 Tapo Logic Bomber Dragon, 1 Tapo Logic Trisbanina, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Great Fly, and 1 Landprofelficus. And I'm probably butchering that name. And I'm not gonna sit here and try to pronounce because my nose is bothering me. So hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so let's get to so this is pretty much just supposed to be a standard build of Harpy, but I have a lot of problems with it. Um, I'm confused about why a lot of stuff is here. I think the first obvious choice is the Spiral Throw. It's monster name because Spiral is super agent while it's on the field in the graveyard. There's nothing in the extra deck that is Spiral. It's a wind 1900 attacker, but they sit right next to Harpy Queen, which confuses me even more. I mean, we picked, what is it? Griffin could have been a better choice. A couple of the Miss Valley monsters, Miss Valley Falcon, Miss Valley Shaman, Miss Valley Soldier, would have all been better choices than a wind attribute warrior monster that all it really does is you declare either monster spell or trap, you add, you trigger, see which one it is, excuse me, and then you destroy that target card if. I'm very confused. You're supposed to use it with Chidori? Okay, but even then, Chidori sets the card to the bottom of the deck. You would only be returning what's already face up on the field if he hasn't negated it. You know, control the top card of your deck, and if you of their deck, and if you do destroy that target, if the resolving card is the declared type. Okay, so it's pretty much a lack of chance to Chidori the card that's on the field, activate the Spiral Tough, flip it over, and then pray. It's the exact same thing that you're trying to destroy. So it's pretty much a lack of if your opponent even has other cards on the field, and then you hope that the cards you send back is what's already there. That's kind of stupid, if honestly. And the reason why I only say it's stupid because it's very you have to force the situation with 2 monsters, to at least 2 monsters to get into it. Not to mention how you're gonna search for this thing. This thing can end up being a dead draw because you have no real resource with it. And I would just honestly just take it out and put in a whole nother array of monster. Like maybe you could have just it. Honestly, if you're going to play on a gimmick, then at least make the triple set of Lightning Chidori to follow up. That way, it would even out. Like okay, 3 Chidori, 3 Tough, but Tough's whole gimmick is just to play a guessing game with whatever card you you're sitting back. And at points, that's not really good thing either, because this stuff can be shuffled back into the deck. Or stuff can force itself to be shuffled in. Or they pop it with another card effect. Um, the other things I can say, this deck has no defenses, which is going to suck in the long run because no Rangekis, no Dark Holes is understandable. But this deck has nothing to back it up except for like the one Solemn. And that's only getting it so far. I do like the Triple Feather Storm because it does at least deal with monsters. They come to the board and they have their they have their effects try to go off, and you can just chain the Feather Storm. The only thing you can't chain is to continuous effects, which is perfectly fine. I think it is a little too meet Oracle, but considering the fact this deck is majority Harpy with the exception of the Spiral monster, um, it's very big just to recycle stuff and then recycle Harpy sisters. Um, as spells and traps, so you use it to recycle cards as well. Tableau Logic Bomber, because I want to move into the extra deck. I don't like Bomber, and I definitely don't like Trisbana, only because of the fact that both of these Tableau Logic monsters, they require so many monsters to get into them, and then on top of that, their effects are something you really have to watch out for. Like, you can't exceed summon, you can't leak summon other monsters that these cards point to. You have to be very careful of what you put into these zones because with Tapologic Bomber Dragon, one, two, three of your zones are going to be took up. And if you touch this card, if you touch anything, if anything gets into one of those spaces, everything else is going to get destroyed. Every other monster is going to be destroyed. Now, in some plays, yes, that can play to your advantage. You can take out a lot of your opponent's beneficial monsters, but also at the same time, your opponent can use it to take out all of your cards, with the exception of Tapologic Bomber, because I think Tapologic is the only card that will stay on the field. Yeah, all monsters are your main monster zone, so they can just put something into the extra monster zone and then build up. And then they're like, okay, because I think I had the situation with the Sky Strikers. They'll just make Sky Striker ace and have something else point to it and then protect it. And you don't want that to happen. The next thing is, like I said, I don't like this type of logic either because this one banishes the cards and you don't want to lose your card. Um, just feel that those monsters as possible. Yes, you don't want this to happen. You don't. It's just so situational. It's just so endearing, and it's just so much to really kill yourself off with a lot of these. I would take both of these out and put in other league monsters. More Great Fly, till we get Conductor, or maybe another Great Fly, Barrel Sword, Barrel Dragon, because they're just a lot more useful in that sense. They're not really hindering you from your own card play. Like, the Tabologics are just here, are honestly, in my opinion, the worst of those monsters. Because if you're playing them in your extra deck, you have to deal with a lot of your main monsters and support cards as well, and how they factor in. Other than that, like I said, just a lack of defense cards and just the questionable one trick effect between Spiral Tough and Shidori. Because it won't even work with Castell. Castell has sends the stuff back into the deck um, to even trigger. So it's just, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Um, there's just a lot of things that just don't need to be here. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to stray this on too long. Um, Jose, I hope you enjoy having your deck profiled. If you guys have any questions for Jose, you can always leave them in the comment section below. I do apologize for my change of voice because it is very hard for me to deal with all of this, and it's so painful to breathe because it's just I hate when I get sick. So I do apologize. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions for us, leave it in the comment section. Thanks everybody. HCJ signing out. Take care.